Today we are going to analyze 5 small cap stocks, and small cap stocks are currently trading at attractive valuations in the market, and after the results stocks with good numbers are showing good upside potential for the long term. But before investing in them, first we need to understand the behavior and nature of this segment. So let's start with phase 1. In 2018, the Nifty Small Cap Index made an all-time high. After that, a sharp correction followed until February 2020, during which the small cap stocks delivered negative returns ranging between -40 to -60%. Then came phase 2, March 2020 to September 2024. Now, this is where the market witnessed a strong rally. During this period, small cap stocks generated massive returns in the range of 400% to 800%. And currently, we are in phase 3, which is a consolidation phase. Now, in this phase, small caps have already shown significant pain and volatility. And we are at the end of this painful phase, and next will be the recovery phase. So, the idea is simple: small cap stocks are inherently volatile in nature. So, you need to keep in mind two things while investing in them. First, buy them at lower levels and at the right time. And second, it is essential to keep a minimum investment horizon of at least 3 to 5 years while investing in this segment. And now, let's get straight to the main part of the video, which is 5 small cap stocks which you need to know about right now. Now, stock number 1 belongs to the finance sector and has a gold rush story. So, let me start with a question. Imagine a company doubles its profits in just 1 year and grows its business by 60%, and yet it is trading cheaper than most of its slow moving competitors. Sounds like a trap, right? Well, that is our first stop. Now, their profit after tax went up by 98% year on year to 949 crore, and their asset under management crossed 36,000. So, what does this mean? It means that the company is scaling up aggressively. And why does it matter to you? It matters because of how they are doing it. Now, see, they are not just lending money randomly, they are riding a massive gold rush. Their gold loan segment grew by a staggering 111% and now makes up nearly half of their entire business. But here is the main point: big giants like Bajaj Finance trade at a price to book ratio of around 5.22, but our stock is trading at a PB of just 2.6. Now, that is incredibly cheap for 98% profit growth. Even foreign and domestic institutional investors have quietly increased their stake in the stock over the last 1 year. So, my verdict is that I am bullish on this stock, but we need to keep a close eye on the gold prices, because if gold crashes, then their margins could get hit. And the stock which I am talking about is Capri Global Capital. Now, our second stock is the AI stock. It is one of the only AI stocks in India. See, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. It is the biggest buzzword in the world right now. And this stock is sitting right at the center of India's AI infrastructure development. Now, the numbers are looking spectacular on the surface. Their revenue jumped 90% this year, and their AI system segment grew by an unbelievable 459%. So, they are literally building the servers that will power the future. So, you should buy the stock immediately, right? Wrong. Now, here is the data which you're not seeing on the front page. So, to power this massive growth, their borrowing skyrocketed from 12.7 million in March 2025 to 35.5 million in December 2025 to 2,716 million in March 2026. Now, that is a 213 times increase in the debt, and their inventory is piling up, and their profit margins are actually shrinking. But the biggest red flag is that while the retail investors are rushing in to buy the AI hype, The promoters, the people who know the business best, recently sold about 4% of their stake via a block deal right at the peak. And they are trading at a PE ratio of 112. It means that the stock is priced for absolute perfection and there is zero room for error. And the stock which I am talking about is NetWeb Technologies. So my verdict for this stock is a hold and cautious buy on dip. And to be honest, it is a part of my multi-bagger portfolio. Now, many of you will think that on social media you're saying to be cautious about the stock and showing negative sides of the stock. But in your portfolio and client portfolio, you have given a buy recommendation. See, we have not bought the stock at any random level. To be precise, we have bought it around 3,300 rupees. Now, if you take a look at the technicals, you will see that we have bought this stock exactly after the support reversal. Now, this stock took support near 3,100 from last November, and this same zone has acted as a resistance for this stock in 2024 as well. So, this is a very strong zone. So, whenever we give any recommendations on Rangavan Finance, we don't just say go and buy. We do a lot of research and then we recommend it to our clients to buy it at proper levels. And that is the reason our portfolio is green and it has performed. So if you also don't want to miss buying stocks at proper level, then subscribe to Rangavan Model Portfolios and get a well diversified portfolio with all of these benefits. Now the third stock is an infrastructure play. See, India is building homes, colleges, offices and cities at a record pace, and all of that needs wiring. And this stock just crossed a massive milestone of $1 billion in annual revenue. And their revenue grew by nearly 34% in the last quarter alone, with their core wires and cables business growing even faster at 36%. And for the full year, profits are up 58%. So, what does this mean for investors? It means that they are capturing the market fast. But why it really matters is the valuation arbitrage. Now, if you look at their competitors, Polycab trades at a PE of 60 and Havells trade at a PE of 80. And our stock, it is trading at a PE of just 35. So, this stock is the cheapest high growth asset in this space. Now, to be completely transparent, it is not all perfect. Their inventory doubled recently and their free cash flow dropped significantly. So, they are tying up a lot of cash to grow, but they have a clear plan. Project Rise to expand their margin over the next 2 years. So, my verdict for long term investors is that it is a buy on dips kind of a stock for me. Stock name is RR Cable, and honestly, the valuation gap between them and Polycab is just too wide. And as they execute their plans, this gap might fill up. And if you're a short term trader, just avoid the stock because cash flow issues might cause the stock to consolidate for a while. Now, the fourth stock is the comeback kit, and this stock had a brutal start to the year. In Q1, their microfinance portfolio took a massive hit and they posted a net loss of 224 crore. For the full year, their profits actually declined by 30%. But investing is about looking forward, not backward. So let us look at the data from the latest quarter, which is Q4. So they just posted a net profit of 213 crore. Now that is 405% surge year on year. And they have structurally de-risked their business. They are moving away from risky microfinance loans and aggressively pushing safe gold loans, which grew by 180%. So why does this matter? Because the market is pricing them like a failing bank. They are trading at a price to book value of just 1.3. Now that is incredibly cheap and the mutual funds know this. And that is why they have massively increased their position to over 45% in the stock. However, there is a catch. Their deposit growth is very slow at just 8%, while their loan growth is fast at 22%. So they are borrowing expensive money to fund these loans, which is a structural issue and they need to fix this. So the stock name is Equitas Small Finance Bank, and my verdict is that it is a hold or accumulate only at very cheap levels. And if they are able to fix their deposit growth, then the stock can easily re-rate 25 to 40%. So keep it as a small allocation of 3 to 5% in your portfolio. Now, the fifth stock is a duopoly. And finally, let's talk about a stock which everyone wanted to buy. So, if you have a demat account, you probably already know this stock. And this company controls 86% of India's demat custody value. And the stock is in an absolute monopoly in the institutional space. And the stock that I am talking about is NSDL. Now, NSDL's revenue grew by a solid 26% in the last quarter. Sounds great, right? But here's what the data actually means. Despite that revenue growth, their profit only grew by 8.4%. Their profit margins are shrinking because their employee and technology costs are shooting up. Plus, their payment bank subsidiary is dragging down their overall numbers. And why does this matter for you? See, there are two reasons. First, they are losing the retail investor race to their rival CDSL. And CDSL is adding way more accounts and has much better profit margins. Second, NSDL has a massive 1,435 crore legal case hanging over their head regarding the Karvi broker default. And if they lose that in the Supreme Court, then it will be terrible for the stock. So, despite all of these risks, the stock is trading at a very expensive PE of 47. So, my verdict for this stock is a hold or even avoid for fresh capital until it shows value. And yes, this is a very fundamentally important institution, but the stock is too expensive for flat profit growth and the legal risk is simply too high right now. So we need to wait for the right levels. So let me make this very simple for you. Small caps require patience. Buy them, sit tight and hold them for 3 to 5 years and let them play out. And let me know if you like this deep dive into small cap stocks. And let me know in the comments section which of these 5 small cap stocks are you tracking. And as always, this was Sanika, MD and research analyst at Rangavan Finance, where your growth is our priority. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Till then, bye bye.